Hey there guys, what's up? It's your buddy mikeyperion here, and I hope you have a great day because for today we are now at episode 19 of our iCraft Season 5, and today is Luukzilla's birthday, and like we normally do, we give something special to our celebrant. Well, for his birthday, our present is this elytra and this trident. Well, we are going to enchant the trident with a Riptide tree enchantment and as well as an impaling tree, so at least you can use this for flying and as well as a weapon. And for the elytra, we are going to enchant this with, of course, with some unbreaking and some mending, so at least you can use this for the long run, right? And also, it's also a good idea if we're going to include a couple of stacks of light tree duration rockets, so at least you can use this elytra right away. And also for the trident, we also need to repair this later because, of course, we don't want to give a broken gift, right? But anyway, so right after this, we are going to deliver these presents to his base. But anyways, of course, for this episode, well, right after we have delivered our gift to Luki, we are going to continue working on our capital project. Well, which is, well, we're planning to finish at least the exteriors for this episode. The exteriors of the building, well, it should be the walls, the windows, the roof, and of course, the dome, which is the main highlight of this build. Well, the dome is gonna be somehow similar to the US Capitol, like what we have said or what we have planned during the last episode or previously. So well, this is gonna be much of like a building episode again, well, like we always do, right? But anyway, so well, let me finish up our gift for Luki, and of course we are going to proceed to the town center right away to continue our project. But anyway, so well, without further ado, well, let's get into this episode. And here's our gift to Luki, to Luke. So basically, of course, this is a bunch full, right? So we got our message here for his eyes only. We got an elytra and a trident and a couple of these flight duration rockets. And now let's put a sign so at least he will know that this is a present, right? But anyway, so let's put a happy birthday, Luke. Well, yeah. Well, I already have my name in the book, so I guess there's no need to put my name on the side. So well, this is it. So now it's time to go to our construction site, and hopefully, well, Luke can already see this, right? So off cam, I have done this pathway right over here, well, while waiting for the video for the last episode to be uploaded. So I actually have done this. So well, at least we have a nice entrance or a nice view, open view of our capital here. So basically, of course, like I said, for this episode, we are going to resume working here. So let's check out our supplies. I totally forgot to check this out. So probably, yeah, we are going to need a couple more of those regular stones. Yeah, we still have a lot of smooth stones. So for the wood, yeah, I guess this is fine. For sea lanterns, it's fine. So I guess, yeah, we just need a couple more of these stones, regular stones. Probably let's grab 2 shulker of this. So probably this one we can just transfer right over here. So well, yeah, so I guess that's a lot, still a lot. So now, well, let me go back to the base very quickly, and well, I'm just gonna grab a couple more of supplies and I'll be back. And so let's start our building session. So now let's craft some of these polished andesite stairs and some of these half slabs. So basically, I think this is what we're gonna need first, because we are first going to work on the windows and the walls on the sides, in all of the sides. So basically, yeah, I guess this is enough. So let's start working on this section right over here. So I'm thinking that, well, since we're trying to implement a federal architectural style, but the one I see on the Capitol is kind of plain, to be honest, though. But we're gonna try to somehow mix this up with some sort of like a Victorian architectural style, which is, you know, which is kind of similar to what we have in most of our build in the new Hyperion city in the Let's Play series, the very first one. So I forgot the glowstone, so let's grab a glowstone. So most likely, well, if you guys have been watching my old videos, so most of the time I always put some sort of like a glowstone or a light thing on the top or the mid top of every window, because, well, just to emphasize that, you know, at least we have some sort of like light thing, which is most of the windows are, right? I mean, once you look it on from afar, it will actually look that there's some sort of like, you know, people inside our building. So I guess it's just some sort of like an effect. So at least we can have our build or this structure or this building look more lively. So well, it's a very important detail, especially, well, most of the time I'm always dealing with lighting. I mean, lighting is totally important for me, when making some sort of like these structural builds or buildings. So yeah, so that's one of my techniques actually in making some builds like this one. So I guess, well, so we have one pattern here in this window. So basically we're just gonna stick to this design, and of course we're gonna make this all throughout, and of course we are also going to put some glass panes. Of course that's part of the windows, right? So I guess, well, after we have put the glass panes, this will look perfect. I guess so, right? So I already have made the windows on the front part right over here, which is looking pretty awesome, right? At least we know how this will look like on the facade or on the front view. So I guess we're fine with this. So basically I also have added some sort of like those canopies on the top part, a concrete canopy. But anyway, so now it's time to work on the back side right over here, and as well as on this side. But on this side right over here, I mean on the sides, we actually have a different measurement or a different space. So probably we'll just gonna tweak a little bit of the design. So well, let's do it. Basically, consistency in our design is very important. That's why we're actually considering to use the same materials. So basically some sort of like limited types of materials in every build that we do. Like for this one, we're only trying to use some of these smooth stones and some stone bricks, and of course for the lighting we are trying to use some sea lanterns. But for those sea lanterns, well, we're actually gonna try to hide them because it's not really totally looking like classically or classic should I say. So well, at least for this glowstone, somehow it has the classical feel of it. I think so, right? But that's for me, I guess. But anyway, so well, then now let's try to put some of these window panes. Of course, these are totally important, right? So now we're actually on the last section of these windows, except for the back side. Of course, on the courtroom, we are going to have full windows there, which is much larger windows because we only got one floor, or should I say, how do you call that? A lobby? No, it's not actually a lobby, but it will actually take 2 floors, but it will only be 1 floor, and we have to remove this. Yeah, so actually this is already the last window, and I think that this is working pretty well. Although, of course, only for this episode, we are only going to work on the exteriors, like I said in the intro. So now let's check this out. So, well, so far it looks pretty well. I guess so, right? At least we have some sort of like consistency, and it still has its classical vibe. And let's look on this corner right over here. Well, yeah. So this is how it looks like, and it's totally looking awesome, right? So, well, the next thing that we have to work on is the door or the main entrance for this building. So basically, of course, in the main section right over here, we're going to have the lobby. So that's why we are going to have the main door on this mid section right over here. And probably it's just gonna be a plain wall because I don't want to place some more windows on this side. But anyway, so well, let's try to do it. And so we have done this immovable door for cosmetics, right? Of course, this is not functioning as a door, but well, of course, this is a door still. So now it's time to work on the walls on the side. So like I said, it's just gonna be a plain wall. I think so, right? So basically, of course, well, there gonna be some sort of like tiny decors. Probably we're also gonna put a fake window, some sort of like a grotto, which is kind of similar on what we have done in those windows. But of course, since we have a fake door now, well, we are going to make some fake windows. And I guess we already have placed a lot of these half slabs, smooth half slabs. So basically, of course, like I said, it's just gonna be a plain wall because we don't want to over decorate this part, especially that, of course, on the other side, on the front part, we already got the facade with the pillars. So we don't want to overpower the decors on what we have here in the facade. But basically, well, like I said, we still need to place some sort of like decors. Well, yeah, it's too plain, should I say, right? And probably what it lacks are lighting, number one. Well, it's still daytime, but of course, during nighttime, it will be dark. So probably, of course, like I said, we're gonna place some sort of like grottos or fake windows on each side. And well, it's not gonna be too elaborate because like I said, well, we have to balance out the over decor and, you know, simplicity of this build, right? And so now we have made this fake window right over here. Well, basically, it's more of like a grotto, I think. So basically, we also have added some more lighting in this area because, well, I'm actually having a trouble of like, you know, making this Oops. Sorry about that. It's a failure. But anyway, so well, we're trying to make this as lit as possible, but I guess this is working now. I mean, compared to what I have earlier, basically, wow, that's kind of weird though. Yeah, but anyway, so I guess my internet connection is getting slow now. But anyway, so well, probably, I guess this is fine for the meantime. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm starting to like it, to be honest. Well, I guess this is fine. Yeah, probably. Well, I just need to get used to it. But anyway, so well, Skellies though. But anyway, so the next thing that we have to work on are the beams on the top part, because soon enough we are going to start, well, working on the courtroom. But before that, I just wanted to finish what we need to accomplish here. So basically what we're planning is to build some beams on this section on the top part, and well, probably also on this part we can already start making that before we actually start working on the courtroom. Well, yeah, let's just do it, right? And I guess the main topic for this episode is all about consistencies, right? So basically, well, we also have implemented the same design as what we have on all of the sides. So basically on the exteriors, as you can compare, well, basically this is kind of familiar, right? So basically I just removed those stair blocks on the top part. As you can see, well, on this side we have these stair blocks, right? But on this side, of course, we are going to place some roof, and probably, well, we are going to start working on the ceiling first before we proceed to the courtroom, because I already got an idea on how we are going to work on the ceiling, and actually I don't want to lose that. But anyway, so well, probably that's the next best thing to do. Well, I got totally excited working on this that I forgot to make some clips in between, but of course, well, this should not be our priority. Well, our priority now is this room right over here, because well, I don't know why I started working on this one. Well, basically, of course, this is still open. We still don't have any floorings and even windows. And yeah, I guess, yeah, Luki already got his gift. Well, I actually accidentally said to him that, well, he already got his gift though, but of course I kind of ruined the surprise. But anyway, so well, let me start working on the flooring. So basically this is gonna be some sort of like auditorium type of room. So basically, like I said, this is going to be a courtroom, so we have to make some sort of like elevations on this side right over here where the guests are gonna be sitting. And well, this is kind of start to look like a classroom though, I mean in the university, right? I mean, this looks like where the students or the college students are actually, you know, attending the lectures, right? But so far, well, it does look pretty fine, right? But of course, well, on the next episode, probably we're gonna work on the courtroom right over here. Of course, we're gonna place some tables, some chairs, and some of those stuff that we can find in a courtroom. But anyway, so well, I guess well, we'll just have to finish this flooring, and the next thing that we have to do are the giant windows. And first thing that I've thought of making in this courtroom is actually this circular window in the, well, in the mid section, should I say. Well, this is not actually the front. Well, this is actually the back part of our building, right? But anyway, so well, let's check it out. So basically, I've tried to make some sort of like a scale, which is the symbol of justice, right? I mean, in the government, I think so, right? I mean, the scale of justice, some sort of like that. So let's check it out. And yeah, well, it's not totally visible with the shaders though, but yeah, well, let's try to turn off our shader. And well, I still did a couple of tweaks or modifications in our design because it's not totally looking fine, but this one, I guess it's good enough. Now it's really looking like a scale, right? But so far, well, I'm gonna stick with this. Well, this is how it looks like without the shaders because it's more evident without the shaders, right? So, well, now it's time to move on. So, basically, the last thing that we have to do on the lower part right over here are the windows. And, well, at the moment, I'm having so much trouble, well, playing on the server because I guess my internet connection is getting slow now because I started to experience some more lag, even more. But at least I'm not disconnecting to the server. But eventually, Well, hopefully this will be fixed soon. But now, well, I already have done all of the full windows, all of these ginormous windows in this courtroom, well, which is now actually started to look like a cathedral, right? But anyway, so, well, I've done that and I totally forgot about making clips in between, but at least we're already done with this, right? So the next thing that we have to work on is, of course, the roof, and probably it's the best for me to do this in a form of a time-lapse montage. And of course, well, we are also going to work on the dome in order for us to finish this episode, and probably, of course, well, like I said, in a form of a time-lapse montage because, well, it's just because of I'm having a lag from time to time. But anyway, so, well, and also I guess I also have done a lot of talking for this episode. But anyway, so, well, let's start our time-lapse montage. This should already be a successful build because to be honest, I'm actually struggling with the dome because well, I'm trying to achieve that egg shape that what they have in the US Capitol. Well, this is actually a no joke to have actually because it's not a normal shape of a dome. This is kind of a bit stretched on the top part, but of course, well, I did took a couple of hours adjusting the dome, and I think, well, at least we already have achieved it, right? I guess this is already the perfect shape, as if we're actually trying to copy the US Capitol dome, which is kind of already looking similar, right? I mean, not totally, not exactly similar, but at least it's close enough, right? And so far, well, I guess it's already in a good shape, I should say, because, well, like I said, this already took me hours in order for me to have this shape. that I'm satisfied with. But anyway, so well, I guess we're done here. And here's how it looks like on the back side. But of course, it's not much of an importance for now. For now, probably in the future, we're gonna, turn it into something more, appropriate, I guess. But so far, well, here's how it looks like in the front, which is the more important view that we have to consider, at least for this episode, right? And I'm totally happy that we have done this, especially that, except for these zombies. Let me try to kill this first before we actually end this episode. Stay out. But anyway, so well, of course, I guess we already have achieved what we need to achieve for this episode, and I'm totally happy that we have done this. But anyway, so well, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. This has been Mikey Perion, and I'll see you guys next time.